What if, what if everything we believe is just an opinion? We walk through life, we carry beliefs that we've never examined. These beliefs are hand-me-downs from childhood, culture, from fear. And the funny thing is, the moment we question them, they lose their power. And when we do that, a space opens for clarity, intuition, and by God, freedom from those beliefs. You see, we can't receive new ideas while clinging to old ones. Our mental rigidity blocks spiritual insight. When we loosen our grip about what is right, we finally become able to receive wisdom that's trying to teach us. You see, letting go doesn't just change how we think, it changes how we listen, how we relate, how we choose, and how we create. More importantly, it's how we respond to life. When our opinions drop away, possibilities expand, and we start living from awareness rather than conditioning. And that's the key. I was really reminded of this yesterday. I was at an assisting living center for people that were memory challenged. And I was in a room, probably 25 people. I was visiting my friend, Reverend Robert. He's in his last days of hospice with Parkinson's. And the first thing he said when he saw me, he said, "My husband left me." And I looked at him and said, "Well, why did he leave you?" And he said, "Well, because I'm older than him and I couldn't do the things he wanted." I said, "That's interesting." Now, Robert doesn't have a husband. Robert has never had a husband. It was an illusion created in his mind. As I sat there, I watched these beings of life that had almost no life in them. They were comatose. And I wondered about all the opinions they had in their life and how none of it mattered. None of the opinions mattered. Not who was president or who wasn't president, not who was kind or who was not. Nothing mattered. And I realized our mind is the vision or it's the screen upon which we live our life. And on that screen is projected everything we have an opinion of. And when we hold on to opinions based on fear, we have a very fearful life. And I start looking at the opinions that I've got a lot of them. In fact, we all do, don't we? We've all got crazy opinions. And I realized if I was in that moment where life was coming to an end, and I believe we know it when it's coming to an end, I would ask, why did I allow my opinions to shackle me into experiences that limited my ability to have the most fulfilling life in the world? Because that's what our opinions do. Our opinions form a cage. They form a boundary around which we can hear, feel, sense, know, experience. So I ask you today to look at your opinions and see, are they for expansiveness or are they constricting? Are they for growth or are they fear-based and pulling back? The thing that I truly understand about life more than ever, life is about a greater and greater and greater experience. And we have that when we let go of our opinions. Maybe have the opinion, I'm open to receive all that comes my way. And then have an opinion, I release everything once I've experienced it and no longer need to hold on to it. Wow. Think about how expansive your life would be if you did just that. It would change dramatically. You see, I'm just going to say this as clearly as I can. Stop being a sheep. Stop following the masses. You were given the most beautiful brain that can think beyond anything you can imagine. Isn't it time we use it to clear away the old software that's limiting and install an expansive software so that we can experience more of this magnificent life here on planet Earth at this time. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care what your past experience is. What you're carrying forward is an opinion, and you can let it go. And once you do, guess what you do? You set yourself free. And isn't that what we all want? So today, let go, be free, be you. Much love. See you tomorrow. Aloha.